just really high wind yesterday, and then one small touchdown. No one was injured, anything like that. But
So, how do you guys, want to do this? You want to tell me what happened last session? You want to recap your elaborate, overdeveloped plan? You want to, what do you want to do?
do we have Rodingle today?
No, we don't. He canceled last second because he wasn't feeling well.
Oof, bummer. That is unfortunate.
It is. I do what I can with the notice people give me.
Right.
So these two will go get coffee together. They'll be buddy. How about that?
The two big boys.
Yes. So I heard your wife died. How's that going for you?
What?
He's a sad dragonborn-kin.
Oh,
That's his heritage, is that he's heartbroken because his mate died.
I for a second thought that somebody actually existing died.
He exists to him. The only one that has actually died is one of the Angelo sisters and Balco.
Well, last week, the group of us, I don't remember all the details. It's been a crazy week, but
It has been.
But the long and the short of it, from what I can remember, is that we learned that Deirdrick, being upset at consistently being passed up for promotion, and the destruction of her workplace and loss of her lover had caused a splinter in our new colony. She went off, and with the new recruits that had come to the planet, decided to form a election of sorts to usurp us from our positions and install different leadership that better aligns with Deirdrick's vision.
And what is Deirdrick's vision? What's her plan exactly? I mean, once she becomes administrator, what is she going to do different?
Find another young man and manipulate and ruin his life, I'd imagine.
She seems to have found 5.
Yeah. We then decided we are going to learn everything possible about her and her situation.
Okay.
And between a bunch of different discussions all of us had, a decision was made that she had crossed a line.
And what was that line?
Spreading our own personal information, whether she claimed it wasn't her or not. Posters were found all over and tried to undermine the things that we did. And at that point, at least Axiom did not take that very well, and Zunar seemed to agree that she needs to be knocked down a peg, and through Kuzon's discussion and him clipping things out of context and creating this elaborate narrative, Axiom has produced a video essay on how Deirdrick is a horrible, terrible person, and we will prove it all.
Okay.
And there was discussion on whether or not we should take the nuclear option. We have decided to entertain the idea of a debate, And if that debate does not go well, Axiom is going to ruin her entire life.
All right. So, do you think that you've done a good job as administrator so far? Do you think anyone, harbors a grudge against you at this point?
I mean, yeah, JK is.
Yeah, other than the bot.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
She's definitely pissed off at us.
So,
I think-
definitely this woman.
Yeah. Based on the discussions Haria had with our quote-unquote sanitations officer, I am of the opinion that he is not
Yes.
on their side and is actually just there in case he needs to take care of business for the
Mhm.
betterment of the colony.
Are you going to give him some sort of signal when that happens?
I don't know. That would be probably between him and Haria.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking that he's possibly also a little bit of an opportunist too.
Absolutely.
Okay. But what about Stamoff Penatil, your Panthera geologist? Why is he on her side?
Poor taste. Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
There's definitely some people who don't like Vish though, and how we have decided to handle that situation. So it could be related to that.
Actually, Vich's situation was handled beautifully. You made him move, and his neighbors were very happy.
They weren't happy about the initial explosions, though.
Correct, but you weren't there for that. You arrived on scene and you took care of the problem by making him move on the outskirts of town to do his experiments, which is fine. I mean, you weren't responsible for the experiments that he was doing. You didn't approve him to have these kind of things, which are contraband, by the way, in the Pact Worlds. He smuggled them onto the ship. They could have exploded on the ship.
Brilliant researchers are always flawed.
Okay. Yeah. All right, and oh, go ahead.
I think that's basically it, though. There's obviously more. It was a very filled roleplay session, but that's the gist of it.
Mm-hmm. So, a lot of things have happened in the 4 months that you've been here. I think you've taken care of a lot of problems. That's not exaggerating a lot. There was the cult of Genonin. There were the Golden Bloom enthusiasts. There was the power drain event that you had to solve with the infestation. There was the thing with Vich. And there was the situation with the Scream and Balco. Did you ever... Go ahead.
Speaking of situations that happened, one thing that also happened last time before all that political intrigue happened, we got to interview this biosignifier guy, and he's just a they are coming guy. So something haunted is coming this way. And also we tried to recreate the obelisk as a hologram, and it didn't go well.
No, it didn't. I think it downloaded something onto your computers, and then it tried to transmit using the communication station, which prompted Kuzan to destroy it while Diedrich came back and witnessed what has happened. Yeah, that's what set this all off.
Inciting event.
Yeah, and the entire history of burning and destroyed civilizations was put in Axiom's head, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine."
It was put inside Ismith 11's head, too. I mean, like, she took it in stride as well.
Meep.
Yep, meep. Those androphins. Oh. So, this is the first of 3 public debates on subsequent days. So, starting today, tomorrow, and the day after that will be the 3 debates that the crowd progressively will see and watch both you and Diedrich participate in the political debate. I mean, I have no idea what you're even going to discuss. I mean, we don't know what Diedrich's plan is.
Ah, yes. A bitter, jaded woman who has basically lost everything is now going to put it all on the line because if she doesn't, she knows she has no future. Because after this, it is going to be very hard for us to have her remain in the colony if she is going to continue to be an unhappy, disgruntled employee the entire time, as she occupies an incredibly important role in our colony.
She says she's capable of so much more, though. Do you believe that?
Not after reading Zinaldai's file entry that says, under no circumstances are you to promote.
That sounds biased to me. All right, let's get started. Who is coming forward, if anyone, to talk in the debate for day one?
Arya, it might be best for you to find
Yeah,
adequate PR.
I think that might be best, unless you want to Slade. No, just kidding.
Oh, Slate.
Oh my god!
I put my hand on Slate's shoulder and I say,
Don't worry, if it doesn't work out with Arya, we know what the nuclear option is. It'll work.
I was just referring to him not being a person of many words.
But it sounded so crash and mean! Bless you.
That is what Slate does. He just burps.
Oh my god. You're not very nice administrators, are you?
we are the nicest. We care for everyone here. We're incredibly selfless. We drop what we're doing immediately when crisis is going on. If anything, they should be happy that they have such attentive leaders who are so willing to be hands-on.
Okay. So, Haria, the first thing I'm going to need from you is a perception check as you come forward to the podium with Diedrich.
Is this for somebody actively lying to me?
Potentially. It is politics.
Yeah,
I think it works.
Yeah. But if things come to lying, I got to lie to me.
Yeah.
So, do I need this to be blind or?
Make it blind, please. I don't want you to know the DC just yet. All right. So you see that she's fidgeting on her podium. She seems kind of nervous and whatnot, and then she looks over to you with the most disgusted look on her face, saying, "It won't work."
Do you want to share with the colony?
Of course. But the question is...
I have no idea what won't work. Maybe you can enlighten everybody here?
Your nuclear option.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What you decided to plan.
What?
Go ahead. I'll let
That's
you
okay.
go first.
I mean, sure. Dear colony, there has been a situation with the internal happenings of the control room of this colony, and our esteemed communications officer Diedrich has decided not to bring up their grievances, but instead to conspire with some new arrivals who I certainly can't fault, and with some known faces to essentially enact something that isn't really a thing that is foreseen in the management of this colony. We are very happy to have this discussion, but some other places, for example the Scarium who are settled near us, would have considered some happenings of this whole affair essentially a coup. But we highly esteem your opinions, even if they are brought up the wrong way, so we are open to criticism.
Anyone else coming forward?
Not today.
Okay. So, if you're ready, Deirdrick will take up on her side of the podium and give her argument. My friends, for people who are very open to this criticism, as they say, labeling me with conspiracy and treason, simply for wanting better, is not the way that we do things here out in the vast. We've rolled up our sleeves. We've all made sacrifices. Some of us have paid the ultimate price. I ask you, if there truly is equality here, where is Balco's monument? If there truly is equality here, where is the dedication to the people who work every day and risk their lives out there near the wilderness, where these necrosaturated things are coming from? In the 4 months that we've known about this scream, have the current administration done anything to find out or disable these attacks from happening, let alone from this scream affecting others again? Apparently, it's a worldwide phenomenon that's happening right now on New Harmony. I promise you that not only will I find out the source and origin of this scream and the necrosaturation, but I will quell it. And I have shown that to you firsthand on camera through my associate, Stellar Delight.
I've found interesting data. Here is what I will present.
Oh, who's this talking?
Stellar Delight.
No, she's not here.
Oh.
Where do you see Stellar Delight, sir?
I don't know. I assumed you were waiting for me to take
Oh, no.
over for Stellar Delight with that
hiding
long
in the
pause.
bushes like a creeper.
Oh my god, no. I would have warned you in advance, sir. That's not how I run games. I would have told you in advance, like, this is what I need Stellar Delight to do. You're good.
Stellar Delight is probably hiding 2 houses away with a sniper rifle.
Oh my god, just waiting for the shot.
Just kidding.
She's crazy, but she's... you know what? It would make for good streaming, actually. She might do it.
Well,
So I have a question.
yes, of course.
Was Diedrich there during the stag bear attack that was on camera?
No, she wasn't.
Huh. So Gar probably hears that, and you just see him just kind of wrinkle his nose as she speaks, but he doesn't say anything.
Oh.
Does Harriet get any sort of vibe if Diedrich actually thinks that they are doing nothing regarding the scream, or so basically is Diedrich lying about them doing nothing, or does she actually think that they're doing nothing?
She believes that the people out in the audience believe that you're not doing anything.
Okay.
Politics.
Yeah.
Do
So
we have opportunities to, like, reconvene with each other, or is this a
Yes!
static debate that doesn't
No,
stop?
No, it's you. This is all you. How do you want to do this? I said I didn't know how it was going to go down. You can convene with each other as much as you want. We can take a break. You know, there's like the little craft service table and whatnot. People are going to be here for a while. They want to know what's happening in their own colony.
Haria, could we have a discussion real quickly, please?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It seems like Deirdre is going to try and manipulate the situation to make it look like she is greater than she is. Draken records everything that we do in combat. I have prepared a video that includes all that we have done. Balco's attack, the Electrovores, the Beetles, everything that we have helped the colony with. I have prepared a video to prove we are doing. If you wish, we can provide that now to try and get ahead of any manipulation or doctoring that she attempts to do.
You know what?
Should we come back with this tomorrow, she may say, we faked it or whatever.
I think if you have the ability, publish it right now for everybody to access, but playing it live, I don't know. That would be... Go ahead. Do you have any information about what Deirdre claimed about taking care of business herself?
I imagine it was the group over there. Points when they took care of the stag bears that were assaulting the colony in the eastern side while we were busy taking care of other issues.
Okay, it was the group or all of them together?
I do not have that information, but it is all published. It's out.
He has his data pad, clicks a button, and it's all on their local communications network.
So you may go out there and tell them if they wish to see it. It is all now publicly available. No secrets are hiding. Include everything with Valco and the Angelo sisters. It's all there.
With
All right.
Valco still age restrictions? Please?
With what?
With Valco still some age restrictions? With the...
Oh, yes, I'm very sorry. Yeah,
After it's already launched, and he's like going through,
Yeah.
and like
Little girl has already accessed it.
Fuck. You just hear a psychic communication.
Mommy, what's that?
Oh,
Oh god.
Mommy, that's the man from the ship.
I forgot about age restrictions, but go ahead, Haria. It's all now
Thank you.
public.
So before Haria works back, I'm going to need blind perception checks from everyone but Haria on Team A.
Okay.
Because Haria had her chance to notice. Oh my god. Oh my god!
I hope we just all three rolled 20s. Or all three rolled 1s. Either
So-
way.
So Axiom and Slate are just looking at each other, going like very in their paranoid way, but Kuzan, out of everyone, notices it. Everyone except Kuzan! And he sees it. Diedrich is twisting the ring every time she looks over to you guys, and her expressions keep changing. Kuzan, you are the only one to notice this out of everyone.
I see. Was she wearing that ring the night that Kuzan spoke to her?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't wearing any jewelry.
Was she wearing that ring the night that Balco died?
No.
Draken has those recordings.
No, she wasn't.
Okay.
You've never seen those rings except on her political posters.
Is she doing it when she speaks?
No, she's only doing it when you guys either converse or before you come over. And only Kuzan has noticed. And Haria's already walking back up.
You could just...
Is it not actually Haria? Is it what's her face, a Skittermander?
What? Oh my... We're really paranoid today, aren't we?
Well,
Yeah. Well, it could be
Hang on a second.
anyone, actually, Slate. I mean, that's ridiculous. She couldn't be a skid, Amanda. She's clearly a swarm in disguise.
Hang on a second. And he's just gonna walk up behind Haria,
Okay.
hand on his shoulder.
Jesus Christ, warn me a little bit.
That was the warning.
Ah, Vesk warnings after they grab you.
To be fair, he did the same thing to Deirdre. He grabbed her and then said he was, after
Yes.
her.
The Vesk way.
I mean, I picture Vesk like grabbing someone by the throat and then telling them, "I am now choking you." That is your warning.
Wrong one. There we go. So, Kuzan's gonna step out in front of Haria.
Ooh. Yeah. You're gonna take the stand?
For a second.
Okay.
If you'll allow it, Haria.
Absolutely.
Diedrich is surprised.
I want to know where this energy was when we got here. For 4 months, you were content to just sit behind a computer while the rest of us did stuff.
And she looks genuinely confused, like she wasn't prepared for this. That was my job. I was long-range communications. It didn't get that bad until recently. And she's struggling very much with the ring. But whatever she was doing, it's not working now.
So what you're saying is, everybody's contribution matters, even if you don't have a strict accounting of everything.
I
wonder what changed your mind.
And people begin talking to each other. Oh, no. She doesn't have an answer. No.
Everybody here should know me well enough by now to know that titles don't really mean a whole hell of a lot to me.
You got it, Dragonborn! You see the Will-O-Wisp woman pump up her fist in the air.
If the colony was that important to you, if you really wanted to do right by everyone here, you wouldn't have waited for a power grab. You'd have just done it.
Everyone must wait their opportunity. That's the whole purpose of the corporate ladder.
How many did you pass just to be here? Kuzan looks pissed.
Yeah, and she's sweating. Her ears are down. I did what was necessary to attain my position.
But
Everyone,
not for the colony.
but I don't have the level of control and power that you do. Strength and power are two different things.
Well, if you don't believe in your own strength, it sounds like a personal problem. If you want to drag everybody else here into your weird insecurity issues, just say that.
I need to reconvene with my group.
Yeah, you do that.
I don't understand. She whispers over to Chirinius Steve and Technomancer Brainiac. You said the ring could read their minds. I can't read anything from the Vesk.
Just 100% elevated music in Kuzan's brain.
So yeah, they're gonna take a minute to reconvene. What are you guys doing?
Kuzon's just gonna stomp back over.
All right.
Yeah,
I feel better now.
I think if Didrik would allow for it, Harrier would continue with a little bit of a refutation of the points that were given in Didrik's speech, especially starting out with joking about the under pressure. Having no power is fine, but control should be an essential part of being an administrator. And she will point out that now all the encounters they had regarding protecting the colony should be in the public domain by now, and everybody can see for themselves that this group doesn't sit around and just wait for things to happen either. If problems arise, they are dealt with. For example, the problems that happened at Witch House have been dealt with, and quite adequately, one would hope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people
And-
start nodding, and then the neighbors cheer you on with a bit of clapping.
Yeah. Furthermore, the scream is a serious incident, and it is indeed something that seems to have global impact. As Deirdre should know, we are researching it. In fact, the inciting incident, the destruction of the communications console, was part of that research. So I'm not sure what Deirdre was thinking with this point, if it was just a ham-fisted lie or a serious misreading of the situation. But yeah, we are trying to deal with this situation, but it is, as one might suspect, a very complex one.
So your chief builder raises their hand and has a question for you.
Absolutely, yes.
What in the seven hells do you mean the destruction of the communications console was necessary?
Well, it was in the process of researching the Scream incident and things connected to it, infected with I'm not good with technology, but it was infected with some kind of technological menace. Axiom?
Yes, I will take the stage.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Wherever you stand is the stage. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
During our incident, we decided to do more research, and through further finding and examination, this scream turns out to be much more powerful than we had anticipated. While just producing a hologram of the research that we had produced, it began to manifest magically and started to hack into the communications relay, trying to broadcast a beacon to something out in the universe. Now, I don't know about any of you, but I would prefer that whatever this is, this scream is, if it is capable of reaching out and doing more destruction, I hope that you all would want us to take initiative and stop it from happening. In the process of this assault from a seemingly techno-magical hack, we had to, in the process, destroy the communications relay to not put all of your lives in danger. In this process, we learned valuable information about what is going on and why it is here. As some of
And
you
what-
may be aware...
And what
Go ahead.
safeguards need to be established?
Yes, and unfortunately, part of that safeguard required Kuzon to take the full power of his Solarian might to melt down the components of the communications system in our building, not the tower behind us. That's totally fine. To avoid that from escaping. As some of you know, we were also attacked by some crazed cultists, as you can see in the documentation that I released about an hour ago. In this process, we have learned what their intentions are. They seem to be some kind of doomsday cult, trying to rein in the destruction of all things. Now, I personally like living, and I assume most of you do too. If you have an objection to us taking executive action to save all of your and our lives by not allowing the techno-magical hack to broadcast out into the vast and pack worlds beyond, then we may need to reevaluate our life views. I am very sorry for the incidents that have taken place here, and we did tell Deirdre that we would rebuild the communications relay. Unfortunately, she has been in a heightened emotional state for quite some time and refused to acknowledge reason or accept explanation.
That's why you asked me to leave the administration building. You did something. You contacted someone, and that's when the technomagical hack thing happened. That's why you wanted me out of the building.
Okay, I'm very annoyed by you trying to paint pictures that are not here. You do realize that Draken records absolutely everything when he is around.
You also know that the administration building records everything. It's not just
Yes.
your little drone. So
Then
I
you
have
should
those
know.
documents too.
Okay, I pick up my tablet, I hit send. Okay, we've already shared our information with the Starfinders. I don't really care if all of you know as well. Here is what happened during the attack.
And I will
Okay.
play the entire thing, but I am going to, in case
Yes.
it happens again, we are going to blur out the obelisk so it does not transmit through.
All right, and as you start the recording on your tablet, you see a little, like, Looney Tunes cartoon come up.
Now, one thing that Deirdre brought up, which I find very interesting, is that they are in fact aware that we did something and that it is related to the Scream. So I'm asking myself, why was the information contrary to that presented prior to that?
Let's find out for ourselves and look at the administration video. And she'll motion over to the Technomancer. And they're going to play exactly what happened during the period from where Diedrich left to when she came back, for everybody, including the obelisk in the ruins.
Oh, you are a fool. You clearly do not understand the research.
And the relay is right there. Is anyone going to attempt to stop this?
100%. I have the ability, the heritage networked, where I can remotely connect to systems.
Yep.
And I am going to attempt to counter hack this to make it stop because she doesn't understand what she's doing.
Tukor, stop him! He's trying to stop the transmission. He doesn't want people to see the truth. I didn't stop their transmission.
It's about the obelisk. You don't understand.
And he doesn't care what people think. He is trying to save lives. I am going to remotely stop this with networked.
You succeed as Diedrich seizes the stand and shouts to everyone in the audience, You see he is obsessed with this thing. It has consumed his thoughts and his behavior. He would never do something like this. He would simply allow you to see the truth for yourselves. Let it be known today that they actively stopped me from sharing information when I didn't stop them from sharing it.
part of the safeguards that were found out is that the entire image of this obelisk as a combined thing caused the much technological wumbo jumbo that Axiom explained. And part of the safeguards that need to be taken is a partial reduction of that obelisk.
So Tachi is going to raise her hand with a question.
Absolutely.
If it's so dangerous, why didn't you destroy it?
The thing about artifacts of that kind of power is that they're a little bit, unpredictable.
It's an artifact?
I would presume so. It has been here way before the colonies, before the civilization, before our civilization, before that one, way before that. It has been here since then. It has seen ages forever.
How? And she looks at you confused. How do you know this?
If you... This news is going to be hard to hear for some of you, and I apologize. Through our investigations, we have learned that we here are not the first civilization to step foot on this world. Over the millennia, there have been multiple civilizations that lived on this planet that have been systematically eradicated by whatever lies here. We are standing on a world that is a graveyard.
And everyone...
This planet is very clearly once inhabited. We have had discussions with Fae who reside here. We have seen proof of this evidence via the hack that happened. The horrors that were shown to me and Ismith 11 are real, and the threats that reside on this planet are substantial, and we are taking all precautions in mind to keep you safe. What Deirdrick, in her foolish madness, just tried to do would have doomed us all.
You imagined this threat, and you're trying to rule them with fear-mongering. Show us the truth. Show us what really happened. Then they can decide for themselves if it's some sort of propagated ancient evil or a boogeyman that you just made up.
Ismith 11, may I please borrow you?
Meh?
Please tell me everything that you saw. Tell the people from your words.
She'll turn to the audience, clear her throat, and say, meh, 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 meh. And everyone just looks at themselves going like, what? What? Huh?
Track and activate auto-translate mode.
It all began the night that the administrator asked me to translate and pre-produce what was on the runes into the whole message that was conceived onto the obelisk. I became overwhelmed and drowsy and fell into a dark, dreamless sleep where I saw visions of a horrible calamity that befell me. It was like something out of an anime that I didn't really like but kept watching that had 1,400 episodes and just wouldn't end.
Uzan looks horrified.
In this universe, we're on One Piece episode 29,400.
Oh,
I
God.
still haven't found it.
What about all the pre-Gap episodes?
Yeah, nobody knows why One Piece started at episode 10,003 million and something. It just started at a weird number.
I then became overcome with the dark imagery that had entered my mind, and I heard the chant of "They're coming. They're coming." And everyone looks out and says like, "Oh, who's coming?"
That is why I stopped the communication.
The Dutch.
What? And people begin looking horrified at you, going like, "No, it can't be. There's no such thing."
We believe these energies are emanating from the netherworld, or some part of it is leaking here. We knew there were risks coming to this planet, and us as administrators are willing to take in the full responsibility of ensuring your safety. Unfortunately, we were not given the time to come to you or to express what had happened, as Deirdre had immediately taken it upon herself to try and usurp the position for herself.
If I had wanted to usurp this information or your position, Administrator, we wouldn't be having the debates right now. Stop trying to paint me as some sort of tyrant. I'm here to debate the issue like you and let the people decide. I haven't taken over anything.
Yeah, what would you have done? Gone out and hired some mercenaries?
I got people to back me up the same way you do. Do you think I would have stood a chance against the 5 of you alone? Or is that how you want me to be, so you can pick me off?
So you were talking about ruling with fear, and you are right now fear-mongering us assassinating you in some way.
Don't try to flip it on me when you try looking to the netherworld for boogeyman to start frightening people. I haven't seen one.
Can't see the air either, but you're still breathing it.
And again, she's just flits in her ring, and she kind of panics whenever Kuzan says something, because it's never predictable.
Kuzan, do you mention that she's doing something with her ring? Or do you keep that to yourself?
First, he didn't, because it was just like, he thought it was just a weird tick, but he was kind of like clocking it to gauge her mood. At this point, he's gonna call it out loud, and he's like, are you nervous?
I'm
Why
very
do you keep
nervous.
fidgeting with that stupid ring?
The same reason you keep fidgeting with your stupid son.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, I don't understand Solarians either.
I mean, if today's any indication, you don't understand a lot of things.
I can understand what these people want. They want stability and they want answers. They don't want everything blamed on a scapegoat.
What makes you think it's a scapegoat? Just because you can't wrap your mind around it?
Can you?
Do
Kinda.
you want a leader who is unwilling to face and accept the horrors that are possible on this planet? Someone so dismissive of your issues that they're not even willing to entertain or take serious. If this is any indication of her future leadership skills, you all should be worried.
Altharia will raise her hand.
Yes, Hathari.
You were very dismissive to me, Administrator. Diedrich has been nothing but supportive to me. You can't
Yes.
just counsel her outright. You have to give her a chance. She has
Unfortunately, do not agree with your assessment of me and the others dismissing you. You were, unfortunately, the first person in this colony to be arrested. The reason why she was arrested was for providing sensitive information to other colonies that we had discovered, and in that process had attempted to sell and dismiss said research, only for Vita to discover their true nature and for it to be a potential cure for the Zinaldai Corporation's draconic illness. They
The
came
advisor
here-
corrects you and says she was not under an NDA at the time.
She may not have been under a non-disclosure agreement, but the fact that she was so dismissive of something so clearly important to our mission statement on this planet was the primary problem. That research turned out to be invaluable medical data, and through her leadership, she would have given it away, sold it, and not seen the true potential of what it could have.
Furthermore, do we want to run a place where everybody can just run up to a communications console and sell a communal good to some other colony for their own gain?
It wasn't for my gain, Administrator. It was for the colony's gain. They were prepared to
Well-
offer 8 research units.
Well, they haven't offered it to us, so...
Yes, they have. That's why you agreed to make the library.
Well, they have offered something like that to us when official communications were established. But this whole deal was a backroom deal, so...
Diedrich
Imagine-
corrects you and says that you were the one who cut off communication with them on your orders in the first place before we even landed.
And I'm pretty sure I told you to disregard that.
As did I. And Draken will play Kuzan and Axiom saying that.
You only hear static from the droid.
Why...
I
Let
knew
me
for a fact
think-
that I said for you to bring those kinds of things to me. Never once did you do anything like that.
No,
the
Probably because I
communications
was
person, you seem
being
to be-
grabbed by you at the time.
I apologized for that.
I never
I
asked
thought
for an
I had.
apology. Oh, so
didn't
should I
say you
start
did.
calling you Governor Cuomo then?
Oh God. I watched the debates. It was
Yeah. Oh, God.
no. Axiom, could you do me a favor?
Of
Could you-
course.
Investigate what's going on with Draken, because static
Yes,
isn't
I am-
usually... Because we have somebody who claimed that no efforts will be taken to suppress the spread of information right here.
yes. I am currently being hacked. Give me a moment to take care of this.
You've been hacked a lot recently by the Netherworld Boogeyman and by something else, Diedrich adds.
Yes,
If only
well,
we
I
had a
think-
communications offer that was capable of stopping that kind of thing.
If only we had a communications station that wasn't destroyed by some rock-eating lizard that controls suns.
Well,
Hey.
if you want a racist running your colony, that was uncalled for.
You called me a rat plenty of times. It's fair game.
I didn't call you that, and I don't even eat rocks.
The Technomancer presses a button, and in your voice comes the same phrase, that rat.
Now, the Technomancer will probably be also looking quite uncomfortable with the whole, talking down to Axiom for being hacked, because he is a pretty devout tri-uni guy, and you know, putting that all in front of an artificial life form is not quite an anathema, but it's close to that.
Oh no. So what does Technomancer Brainiac do as Axiom begins looking over everything, seeing if anything's been hacked?
I think he wouldn't stop doing anything he's already doing, but he's kind of paused of doing new stuff.
So Axiom, you can see that several of your files have been overwritten on Draken.
Axiom, with an emotionless stare, just like gives the biggest death stare completely possible toward Brainiac as he's now discovered where the hack is coming from.
What's the matter, Administrator? Afraid of that nuclear option now?
No, I am not. But you should know that this is not how you run a colony.
Likewise. And she'll go over back to her group. Is this the end of day 1?
Probably.
Anyone else wish to speak? This is your last chance. Alright, I'll take you back to the Administrator building. Good job today, guys. Oh, Sunar.
Axiom is now going to go through all of the computer files. He is very vindictive is what he was when all of this started. This is like treading on new territory. He doesn't understand emotions. And he doesn't understand what he is feeling.
This woman, she's trying to manipulate and make things up that did not happen. The people that she brought in have been causing quite a bit of problems. First, we have the documents stolen, and now they are hacking us. I wasn't going to use that information unless it was necessary, but she has taken it upon herself to provide a preemptive attack on us. I think I can recover these files separated from the network, but these people are going to be a problem.
I mean, they could also be an asset if they manage to be a problem to that degree to us.
Arya's already looking for ways to utilize her workforce. That's great.
The one with the brain. They are the one that is causing these hacks. They looked uncomfortable, but they were performing her bidding. Maybe we can try and arrange a meeting, sway them to our side.
Sure.
Did the Brainiac wear anything to outwardly display their faith in Triune?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a little bit stitched into the whole flight suit that they have. But not in a big way, just like
Like a lapel
slightly
kind of thing.
below the collar, with a little bit of a copper wiry pattern.
So are you...
Just walking around,
Oh, go ahead.
pacing and punching walls.
Oof. So, are you going to call Cassandra Lee's first joy...
Interstellar
What?
jaunt.
What?
Penelope's first joyful interstellar jaunt.
Okay, are you going to call them to the administration building? It's still your colony. You can, in fact, get Tupac, or what is his name is? Tulak?
Tukor?
Tukor, sorry. Tukor, do you want Tukor to bring him in? Because he can.
Not with force, Tukor. Actually, the image of you escorting them here could be taken poorly. I do not think that you should do it.
Who do we have that we could get to go?
You have a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking.
Oh,
Who
I
wants to
know.
go?
No. This is better. You know who you want? Mom!
Oh, sure.
Don't worry, Administrator. If you went, it would be seen as a political move. If I do it, nobody cares if a mother goes and gets somebody.
Oh, I think I'll go over to yours, if it's okay, because I'm not good with those techie people anyway.
Oh, yes, of
I'll-
course.
Yeah.
You can watch my little girl for me.
Yeah. I think that's necessary.
Who has questions?
I think that's necessary.
Yes.
I love just the internal paranoia consistently of like, you don't understand. This child is the chosen one.
Before the Brainiac gets brought back,
Yeah.
Slate will have gone out into the streets,
Yes.
drunkenly rambling the tenets of Triune,
Okay.
namely the not, what was it specifically?
Don't screw with AI.
Yes, anathema. Treat artificial life as inferior to organic
yeah.
life. Subjugate artificial life forms. Destroy a drift beacon.
No one in the history that I remember Starfire has willingly destroyed a drift beacon. They have been destroyed because of, like interstellar events and whatnot. Oh god, that would be a serious crime, not only to Triune, but a lot of people would be pissed off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so the Willowwenth mother, her name is, Caleria, comes back with, your little brain friend.
We are Casanelli's first joyful interstellar jaunt. Why are we brought here?
You and I both know why you're here, fellow follower of Triune.
We are not privy to this information.
You hacked my systems. Do you even understand the immensity of the situation that we are in? The catastrophic blunder that would be if that beacon was broadcast would have been destruction on a planetary scale.
We are not privy to this information, and we have not hacked your person. We have stayed in the confines of what was paid for.
You may have not hacked my person, but you hacked my drone. And you got into our systems. You are really very talented.
This is indeed true. We are talented.
Oh my god!
I hope that in the future, your high intellect could be used for good in this colony, to prove adequate challenge to your clearly immense intelligence.
We are not that easily flattered, but we are also open for work at any point in time.
Oh my god!
We may have I will tell you this. You are probably the second most intelligent person on this planet behind myself.
We doubt that.
Well, it can be contested later. But I think you can understand, based on the debate today, that you might be on the wrong side. If you think that her manipulations and the requests that she will have of you will end with a simple stopping of my information.
Compromat.
What?
Compromat. Information about a person which is meant to compromise their integrity.
Yes. She's going to continue to request more of you.
That is the whole point of a job.
Well, how about this? Would you like a job?
Oh my god! It's
Pays
already
more.
begun!
That pays more has much better long-term growth potential and your own research lab to devise things that you wish.
Vich's own old lab with the impregnator.
Yes. We have a lab available, actually, that you could move into immediately if you were so
Now-
inclined.
We were promised a seat in this building as our administrator
I could
and an
promise
administrator's
you
pay
as
and an
administrative
administrator's
assistant.
position.
What about administrative assistant? With free reign in the colony to pursue research needs as you wish.
Let me tell you that because of the happenings that I regrettably witnessed, we shall redact parts of the obelisk when it is presented in future. Furthermore, cannot be promised right now.
If you do wish to show the incident, I will allow it as long as the obelisk is redacted. Does everyone else agree that that is suitable?
Yeah,
I
that's
assume-
fine.
Opinions are plenty here.
Slate, what do you think?
I mean, as long as it's redacted the way you wanted it to.
I have no issue with that. Your name is long to say. Is there a nickname?
It is quite standard for contemplatives.
Kaleri
We
says,
are sometimes called Brainiac.
Brainiac. That is a nice name.
Kaleri
It
says,
is slightly surface level.
Kaleri says, I just called him Joy.
Joy.
Joy is also fine.
I like that as well. Well, I hope that we can work together in the future. And I hope that you understand, you are very smart, that what she is doing is going to endanger more people. Should you understand that the threats we speak of are real, based on what you should know by looking at all of my files and watching back that video, this is a very serious matter, and she's not going to do what is necessary to ensure the survival of the people on this planet. Consider this. The job offer stands. The research laboratory yours. An administrative assistant position granted. Generous pay, benefits, and...
She comes up and shakes your hand. I'll take it, Administrator.
Miss Willowinth, you are promoted to Chief Food Provider of the planet, and he salutes her.
Excellent. Oop, whoop, whoop, not you. Me.
For further offers, we must reconvene with co-contractors. We are not alone in this endeavor.
The ring. What is it?
Classified.
Well, you do realize, as a smart person you are, that telling me it is classified also tells me that it is something of worthy import and reason to hide that information. Thank you. You have been most helpful.
Well, you obviously know that there's something with the ring, so it's quite clear that you would have found out that it is something we do not wish to share further.
Thank you. And Draken's recorder clicks off.
Do you know that that won't work?
You and I are just going to play a giant game of cat and mouse, counter-hacking each other. It will be fun. I do not wish it. You're clearly very talented. Thank you for the information you have provided to us. Enjoy the colony. It is a
Thank
pleasure
you
to
for
have
this
you on
open
this
meeting.
planet.
And he just floats upwards.
Oh, God. Oh my God!
He's like a balloon.
Who's
So
just looking between those two as they talk? He knows that there's like a fight happening on a level he does not completely understand.
Oh God.
So who won? What just happened?
Neither of us won. That was a draw. They are clearly very capable and are thinking in complex emotions that I do not understand. They have different reasonings. I believe there might be some kind of collective hive mind within Brainiac. I do not understand the completive too much, but they are smart and they are working against us. But they were also willing to provide information that I am thankful for. They don't want to be doing what they're doing. They're just being paid well for it and are contractually obligated to fulfill their duties.
Are you sure about that?
I am. And as a follower of Triune, there's only so far they will go. Well, at least to me, they might do things to organic people.
Kaleri is going to come up to Slate and ask, I never noticed the symbol of Triune before on so many people in this colony and whatnot. How exactly did you come into their worship?
Kinda fell into it when I became a Prismeni. Had a drift jump go weird, and yeah.
Oh, so you were blessed directly by the god.
You could say that, yep.
Good to know.
I mean, I'm not surprised those two, because they're kind of the people that it usually attracts.
Yeah, but you're different. What attracted you and Triune to each other?
I have no idea.
Well, let's find that out together.
Drift jump went weird, and I am what I am.
Oh, and by the way, you may keep that promotion.
Thank you, I will. I can't wait to tell my husband I outrank him now.
I mean, you already knew you did, but now you have it in official writing.
And she's gonna pat Slate on the back and say, like, come by sometime. We'll talk about it. Who shall I bring next, Administrator?
Oh, and I hope that the information that she was promoted gets out back to Deirdre just to dig that nail in a little bit.
Kaleri's gonna tell everybody.
Perfect. People are getting promoted all around her, and
Yep.
not her.
Yup.
Axiom knows what he's doing. He knows it's bad, but he doesn't care. He might promote more people.
Okay. That's a weird threat to make, but alright.
I mean, coming with that comes more responsibility, but it's more so about putting a point that she doesn't deserve the promotion.
The little one is fine. Stagnation has been averted.
Oh, wonderful. And did you try to probe your mind?
You do not want to know.
Oh god, she's that powerful.
There's no way to possibly know.
She may.
We need to take precautions for her in the future. We're going to be here for quite a long time. She may grow into adulthood while we are here.
You know, the thing about setting telepathic boundaries is they must be established organically, or otherwise they might backfire.
Okay, yes. Wouldn't want her to turn into a phoenix or anything. That would be very bad.
I personally embrace change as a concept, but not if it's dangerous to that degree.
This little girl is the cosmic phoenix.
Don't you worry, Administrator. Paula knows that if she makes people get cookies, she doesn't get any cookies baked, and then she can't make people get cookies.
Oh, so this is an existing problem. She uses it to manipulate people.
She uses it all the time to get what she wants. She's a little girl. She needs to learn boundaries, just like Haria said.
Yeah, and the only reason why Lashuntas aren't really known as a galactic menace in their childhood is because that's not very common at that age. Empires might have fallen otherwise.
Uh-oh. Did you just give away the plot of Book 5?
I have no fucking idea.
I would be so happy if this little girl is like some just catalyst for horrendous things.
Central plot point.
We'll see.
Meanwhile, Kuzan's like, she's a kid. Like, I don't see what the problem is.
It'll be fine.
Shall I get anyone else for you tonight, Administrator, or shall I say goodnight?
I don't think any of the others at the event did anything that would require speaking to. I think we should call it an evening, allow us to reconvene with each other and prepare for the debate tomorrow. But before you go, is there anything that you would like us to discuss? Any issues on your mind or things that you are worried about? We can try and take care of to alleviate in our discussions tomorrow.
I'm kind of scared about all those bears. And them having a bear on their team doesn't make things any easier. We're all a little shook up about what happened on the ranch.
It seems as though the stag bear issue might be something we should look into. Do you know the one that was with him, with Deirdrick? Are they similar creatures to what reside on this planet? I've never seen a stag bear wear armor and stand up like that.
I believe he came over from the Starfinders. He didn't much like it over there. He talked a little bit with us. Yeah. Oh, the Xenowardens, I'm sorry. I keep getting the two colonies confused. Thank you. The Xenowardens. He didn't really like it over there. He's talked to us a little bit. He doesn't seem scary.
We'll keep an eye on him.
Well, have a good night, administrators, and thank you so much for the promotion. I'll do you proud.
Thank you for your hard work and commitment to this colony.
And if there's nothing else, she'll leave.
Once she left, Haria will ask Maxim, what fucking promotion?
I promoted her to head of food production for our colony.
Do we now need a restaurant quarter or something?
I think so. I think we are...
Oh my god, that fit perfectly!
I'll put it on the agenda.
I think we're getting to the point where the Willowenth family's food production is getting so popular, people are lining up in front of their house to get her homemade cooking. The fact that they are such impressive hunters and gatherers has proven invaluable to the colony, and I feel like this was an appropriate time. I also did it to, Deirdre won't like it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
But
Okay,
she is
good to know.
deserving of a promotion.
Yeah,
Without the
absolutely.
Willowent family, our colony would have starved long ago.
Absolutely. But it's a little bit surprising, you know.
It's also more so because I was offering a job to the Brainiac guy and telling him that we
You are what
would.
now?
Oh yeah, I kind of offered him a job to take Fish's old laboratory and promised an administrative assistant position.
You mean our interim prison?
Oh, it won't be a prison forever.
Well, I mean, there's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
one guy in there. Hard
Plus,
to call that a prison.
I mean,
I'm
who knows?
sure the brain guy would probably be happy about a roommate.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have someone to talk to and, maybe some more experiments to run. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoa,
All right.
wait a minute.
What? Yeah,
I-
no.
Fine. I didn't say anything.
I
I'm
could've-
kidding.
It's hard to tell with you.
Emotions are hard. More so, what do you all think about bringing the cultist forward? I think it has a very destructive potential, but hearing it from a source may add some credibility to our statements. I do not wish to fearmonger, as she said, but
Now, it could either go the way you're planned, or Deirdre could claim that you now joined a cult.
yes, that would be bad too.
It's fine. I talked to him. Kuzan just nods, super confident for no reason.
Also, very interesting information. I implied the ring, and he said the ring is classified information. We are not allowed to talk about it, implying that there is some import to the ring, indirectly helping us. I don't
Which
think.
fucking ring?
Oh yes, the ring that Deirdre was wearing. Kuzan said that every time you or I was up at the podium, she was twirling the ring while staring at us. I imagine it has some
Oh.
kind of power.
She was doing it when I was up there too, but it didn't seem to work the way she wanted it to, I guess.
That's odd. Huh.
Yes.
Maybe
so
we should just take it.
But, Kuzan, while I agree that it is probably something we need to look into, taking it from her would make us look like the bad guys, more so than she's already trying to make us look like the bad guys.
Has the Vescarium schools in which lunch money is taken from?
Well, I mean, or you could
from
just
Small
hire
West?
somebody else to take it.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look too well on Pact Worlds.
We're in the vast. Pact world rules do not apply here.
I mean, they're still in the brains of people.
Very true. What is
I'm
up?
just saying, I know where she lives.
Yes. What do you think we should do tomorrow?
On that video that you showed with the stack, but there was some kind of, the colorful one.
Oh, I can get that for you.
Have you heard anything about that one? Because I didn't think she was at the debate today. Did we already get rid of her, or?
Get rid of who?
Stellar Delight, I think he's talking about.
Yeah, I thought that Stellar Delight was part of the broadcast.
Shh, She was, and her current location is unknown. No shuttles have left the planet since they arrived, so I presume she's skulking about somewhere. You know, this is so silly. Is she streaming on our local network right now? And I'm gonna just go and
She
look.
is. She is. And she's going around this time interviewing random people on the street that just came here, asking them, like, what did you think about the debate? And a lot of people don't really have a very good impression about either candidate yet, but they think that there's a lot of, like, drama going on behind the scenes. You can tell that they knew each other for a long time, and a lot of things just came to the surface. And she interviews some more people, this time a Summerborn Rhizobian, and they say, like, well, you have to understand that their seasons aren't matching. Like, the android's a winter and she's a summer. Of course they're not going to get along. And she just casually goes on the streets, continuing to interview people.
Axiom goes, I think I might actually be a winter, yes. You know what? We go and try and get an interview with her ourselves.
I don't see why not.
Yeah. Potentially, yeah. But maybe not have her ordered here, but go towards her?
I think that could be fun.
Yeah.
All right,
She's
we're
clearly their chief propagandist, Arya.
where would you four like to meet her?
I mean, we have her live stream. We can just kind of
Stream snipe.
stream snipe. Yeah.
Ooh.
So we're gonna
Ooh.
go, like, just find her and then see if she'll come up to us and do an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll do that.
Axiom will be quiet during these conversations. He is deep in thought.
Okay. Okay.
I cannot be two people at once. I will play a Stellar Delight for you, because
Actually, I would need you not to play Stellar Delight.
oh, okay.
Because if you notice, there's a question mark next to.
Her name.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
No.
Maybe it's just Steel tonight.
Oh no, Stellar Delight is an Astrozoan in disguise.
Maybe. Maybe their real name is Steve. Who knows?
God. Okay.
All right. So I will ask, because I don't want Crash to be uncomfortable. Are you comfortable with playing a streamer? If not, no problem.
No.
Nope. Okay. So, player
It's
said
so high energy.
she's more than high energy. She's high maintenance.
Yeah.
So
I
go ahead.
agree.
Go ahead. She's going to come up to interview and say, like, oh, administrators, this is perfect timing. I've just been getting the word on the street and whatnot. Can you please tell me how you think the debates went?
Pretty well.
Yeah, there were certain things that we probably would have shared in different settings, which were a little bit more ordered. But overall, there's nothing that we could really complain about.
Yeah, I feel good about it. Said everything that I wanted to say.
Yes, so did I. I think it was quite effective in putting our point across. We made the information of everything we have done publicly
She gets
available.
visibly bored and goes over to Slate. What about you, the strong silent type?
He'll belch.
Ooh, good one, good one. You know, I do have some sort of contests on the stream occasionally. You look like you would be a good forerunner. Seen a lot of action in your day, old soldier?
You don't do what I've done without seeing a lot of action.
Well, Stellar Delight is all about action. You just come by sometime and maybe we'll hook you up with your own little segment. But tell me, gentleman and lady, and be honest. What are your plans for this colony? Are you the tyrannical ruler that this Daedric claims you to be? Or are you its saviors?
I wouldn't go so far as to say we are saviors. That would imply we have some sort of complex that we do not. We are simply here to provide the safest living environment possible while doing everything we can to maintain the peace.
In this community, without each other, we would suffer more. Like, if the Willowwinds family wasn't here, how would we eat so good? If our esteemed colleagues from the Builders faction weren't here, would our infrastructure be this excellent? I think everybody has an important part to play. And to safeguard that everybody who's here is safe, it's essential.
Is that why you left that man from the Culling Shadow alive? Because he worships you as some sort of prophets of shadow?
No.
This has to do with the whole investigating the screen thing.
Ah,
And,
yes, the screen.
You could probably agree interviewing somebody who is alive is easier than interviewing somebody who's dead.
Oh, definitely.
Would you like an exclusive?
Well, certainly. I mean, can you put me in touch with a dead person to interview them?
Not with the dead person, but with the cultist.
Ah, well, I've already talked to him.
When did you do that?
Yeah, how did you do that?
Why, during the debate, of course. While you were occupied.
So you're admitting on your live stream to breaking into a secure prison that we have on our colony to
Correct.
interview someone without permission, potentially breaching more safeguards that we have put in place to make sure that everyone here is safe.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank
let's call
you.
that.
For your admittance to that.
Of course.
Yeah, let's call that a little bit of a fool's license for journalists. Like,
Journalist? No, I'm a streamer. Please. I have some standards.
Harrier is having some issues dealing with that side of public figures. She's more on the corporate side.
You hire a marketing team, she's an influencer.
Yeah.
And she's gonna go right down the street and keep interviewing people.
Well, that was, I don't know
What
if that
the
was
fuck?
productive or not. But we need to immediately go check on the prisoner.
What would you like, Iron?
Can I make a perception check to try
Yes.
to get a sense motive going here?
Yup.
And
Yeah.
blind GM.
Blind GM, please.
Axiom will hit you with one of those with emotionally unaware, significantly reducing my understanding of
You know what?
social interactions.
Let's go with
Ah.
a 2.
Yep. How about you, Slate? Do you want a perception check?
Sure.
Okay. So, Kuzan, Haria, and Slate seem very unimpressed. Very, very unimpressed. But then Axiom gets an idea while looking at her. Something's not right. He takes a reference from one of the Stellar Delight streams that he knows of, the very famous one, and then he superimposes it on the images he just got, plus the video from last night. It's not a match.
The concert that Stellar Delight performed in on stage some years back. This one is not Stellar Delight. I'll put the footage side by side. Whoever that is an imposter.
You
But
can see
there.
different in that confetti chaos?
They are among us.
Among Us?
Yes, I said they are an imposter. They're among us. I was trying to be clever.
Yes.
Kuban is just looking at this over your shoulder. You see his expression immediately change, and he starts to march after this imposter. Unless someone stops him.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
I have no issue with this.
Can I do like a recall knowledge now? This seems like an appropriate time.
Okay, what would you like the recall knowledge on? And I'll give it to each of you as well.
I would like to recall knowledge to see if I know what kind of shapeshifter, skinwalker,
Yeah?
whatever this is. Like, you want occultism
Sure. Yeah.
or arcana?
Could I do the more classical type of things like usual disguises in the realm of deception?
Of course, yes.
Wonderful.
The DC will be 23, gentlemen, no matter what you roll. So you can do it open. Public,
All
yes.
right.
And this applies to all of you. Give me everything you got.
We're gonna hero point. No,
No.
Axel does not understand.
Crit
he
fail.
knows it's not right, but he doesn't understand what it is.
All right.
Make a religion check then?
Axiom might have a completely weird
Religion
idea,
check.
actually.
Society check from Slate.
Absolutely, yes. I'll make it a DC 18 society. All right. So it was public.
Oof.
Yeah.
Only Arya.
So Axiom and Slate are both convinced that not only is something wrong, but she could in fact be the culling shadow the prophecy spoke of.
Wait. I have a really bad feeling about that one. Whatever it is, it's not natural. Arya might be right. The end times are coming. The Harbinger of Doom.
What do you
Listen,
think
this
she's
is
Dutch?
not my specialty. I deal mostly with bugs coming right at my face. This kind of stuff's weird.
Now you're referencing the swarm, right? When you say bugs?
No, like not intelligent creature bugs. Bugs. Big ones.
Okay. Because I'm getting Starship Troopers vibes every time you talk.
Kind of the idea. Deep Rock Galactic, you deal with bugs in the mines.
Oh, okay. Kuzan, you believe it to be an asteroid. a like starfish like alien and whatnot that's capable of shape-shifting. And you think the best way to reveal that is to rip off one of her arms.
Oh god.
Because they'll just grow back. Haria, you believe that she has made some sort of gimmick with magic, or perhaps that is the purpose of the other ring. You believe it's Diedrich, masking around as someone she saw on the internet in order to get karma points. This is not unheard of. You know, people lie on the internet all the time. You think it's Diedrich in there.
Okay. While I'm not completely opposed to the idea that this might be the Culling Shadow in some form, I think Diedrich is the Culling Shadow.
Wait, that would
What?
explain how she got access to the files.
So, yeah. Kuzan stops at this point, turns around, already forming his solar weapon in his right hand.
Oh.
And it's not a blade. It looks like a huge four-fingered, sharp-looking claw superimposed over his hand and forearm.
Wolverine?
Let's
You should do that more often.
Basically,
Okay.
Makes you look really cool.
You know what? Let's try. Let's go with Stellar Delight and suggest an interview
Deirdre.
with Diedrich and us together.
Yes, I think a post-debate interview is in order. What do
Yeah.
you
Kuzan
say?
Kuzan fully doesn't get the plan, and he goes, "Well, if they're the same person, how would that even work?"
Exactly.
Oh.
Let's play along. Let's chase after her. That interview we did was very productive. I think this will be very interesting.
Okay.
Haria, take the lead.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
Stella, we have a wonderful idea.
Oh, what's that?
The best content you have ever dreamt of.
Ooh, content.
Big whole debate, fully boring, but close mudslinging with you in the middle of it to moderate, to make jabs. Let's get Diedrich over here and let's get everybody in on it.
Me, a moderator? And she thinks for a moment.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes,
Or
we could.
you could be part of it, of the whole mudslinging.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, let's get Diedrich.
I'll get Diedrich in on it right away.
You know what? We'll call them in. Let's just chill here. Here is probably a good place.
No, it has to be
Pulls out his
special.
notepad and calls Diedrich.
Okay. You hear ringing somewhere.
Oh, she must be nearby.
Yeah.
Me. Deirdre.
We'll
Are
save
you
this
around?
for day 2 instead of that boring old debate. Bye, and she
Oh,
runs off.
No, come now.
I would like to make a perception check to see where the ringing is coming from.
Yep.
She's not getting away this easy. It's not happening.
All right. So you can't put your finger on it, but it was nearby within 60 feet.
I would like to do this. Because it seems important.
Okay. So Haria feels like it was coming from Stellar Delight. Kuzan thought it was his own phone.
Nice.
Kuzan's fully patting his pockets. He realizes he doesn't have pockets.
Slate is pretty sure it was within 60 feet of him because Slate is so used to hearing either the autopilot go off, which, by the way, Slate and every other pilot in existence calls the autopilot Charlie for some reason, because that's what the original autopilot was called, or it's something that has to do with the alarms and whatnot. So Slate has some very, very good hearing when it comes to certain sensitive instruments sounding things off.
I'm pretty sure Stellar Delight stole the phone of Deirdre. We should pursue. At least that, if it's not the impersonation.
All right, so is it a chase?
She's clearly running away from us, right?
Oh, she scrammed.
Yeah. Boy. We give chase, and the implications are not good. But if we can prove that this is Deirdre in disguise trying to manipulate everything,
Mm-hmm.
our benefit is much higher.
If you catch her.
That is correct. Do we let this go, or do we push forward?
Does Stellar Delight ever do some gym streams or the likes? How fit is she?
Parkour? Yeah.
I saw her once running away from the swarm, screaming through a forest, saying, "The swarm have escaped. Castroville has fallen. Run for your lives. You're all going to die."
Okay, so
well, they were at an
Didn't
amusement park.
happen.
Oh no, it absolutely did happen. I saw it. The swarm were on Castroville. Not good.
Castrovel didn't
and-
fall, though. She was lying.
Yes, she was lying about that, but she's got great stamina. I think she ran for hours. But if this is not Stellar Delight, I don't think she'll be able to run for very long. We need to make up our mind now. Do we give chase and believe in our gut, or do we take the chance that we're wrong and look like fools tomorrow?
Kuzan doesn't say anything, but you can absolutely see that he is ready to chase the proverbial rabbit here.
I think Harrier would be in favor of giving chase.
Okay.
Slate?
Slate is in favor of the idea, but he is not a runner.
Who's on? After her. Let's go.
Yes. So I'll put this up here in the background, and we'll get you all out here. God damn it, Durkin. You are big.
It's fucking 13.
You with the paid stuff, man. Slate needs skates. And a Kuzan. And we can't forget Stellar Delight. Question mark?
Change token elevation. No, I don't.
No, we don't want to change token elevation. That just
No,
got
it
fixed.
It just sent me a prompt.
As you
I got
see,
the same one.
she ducks into a warehouse and disappears.
Sim just has the local network up the entire time and is just going to continue to stream snipe.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he has a data pad now.
I think I would start to go after Stella and say, "Hey, I think you have a phone that's not yours."
He stole Deirdre's phone, huh?
I think so. Doors open right over there.
Mm-hmm.
This may be a trap, everyone, but, oh well.
You can see from the open door that it is indeed some sort of very well-used bathroom, the kind that workers use at a factory that doesn't get cleaned very often.
Our botanist has been here. I recognize those stains from anywhere.
Oh my
God.
god! Take a hero point. Yeah, you creep up on the bathroom and you can see that someone has destroyed a chair in frustration. One of those cheap lawn chairs that you get at, like, those discount stores. And there's a lot of makeup here.
I think Harrier will hang back near the entrance and
I see both
kind of hide. Yeah.
I see both Slate and you have decided to cut off the escape route.
That threw me off for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
So
Deirdrick, we know you're in there.
So it seems like you lost the Skittermander's trail. I'm gonna need some sort of check to get you back on it. Maybe a survival or perception or some kind of lore. Maybe an item or a spell. Something to get you a little back on track.
Perception, public, private?
Public, please. All DCs will be 23.
Boy, that is extreme DC for level 2.
It is, because the person that you're currently fighting is level 5.
How would I juke right here?
Did I say this correctly? Is that level 5? Level 5. No, DC 20, excuse me. The DC is 20.
DC, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
were getting a level 6 DC.
No. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
it's DC 20 for level 5. So
Yeah.
yeah, you begin looking all over. Slate is basically got his gun out. He's ready to shoot like one of the crates or whatnot, and just has everything on tracking. Kuzan swears that he picked up either the scent or the movement of something either on the roof or something scurrying in the building. Axiom looks around and he just sees, like, the bathroom has been well used. There's makeup all over the place, so someone's been here. What about Haria?
Yeah, Harrier will mainly think about what would she do if she would need to lose some other corporate people after making numbers nicer.
Well, let's try to answer that question. If you were trying to lose a bunch of corporate people, you would definitely go where corporate people wouldn't go in the first place.
I will flush myself down.
No, she went down the toilet. Oh no.
Axiom goes and looks in the bathroom.
She might be a tunnel. Yosoki. You never know.
Is there like
Like a
she
tail.
obviously no, she obviously didn't flush herself. Like that's not. But
That's the premise of a whole movie, sir, involving mice.
Yeah.
The toilet
like
has been
lick-
recently
lick-
flushed.
Yeah.
Kuzan, do me a favor and rip the toilet out from where it stands, please.
God. And he goes to rip the toilet out.
So, Slate, you're not sure why, but you hear this clattering of ceramics and stone, like something was just ripped out of the ground from its, from where it was secured.
Slade, we're going underground!
Oh, okay.
The hole is not big enough for a medium-sized creature. Also, the water is still going. You didn't shut the water off. You can still do that now.
Well.
This is not good. We can't fit down here. Where is Stellar Delight Stream? Did she turn it off?
Stellar Delight's stream has been off since Kuzan decided to give chase.
Convenient.
You said medium creatures won't fit. Would a slate fit?
Slate is medium.
Oh, is he
Yeah.
medium? Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Dwarves are medium. Don't go calling dwarves short or small. They're medium.
Okay.
Shirin are kind of on the small side too, but they're still medium.
I'm gonna just like look in this crate
Yep.
or whatever.
You start looking in the crate, you see a lot of unusual supplies. Like someone's been living here. Wrappers are all over the place.
Well, this is concerning. We're not going to be able to give chase if she went in a tunnel.
And we shouldn't send
Not with
Parla
that
after her.
attitude.
She would destroy anything if it comes to a fight.
Axiom has an idea. How
'Kay.
big are those drones that I commandeered from the cultists?
They're small.
Yeah, I'm going to use my
Yep.
data pad to do two things. One is going to like fly above the colony and like try to get a drone's eye view of
Yep.
people moving around, and he's going to control that one from the data pad, and then he's going to call the other one here and send it down the tunnel.
Okay. And as you're doing that, you can hear doors from this direction as both Haria and Slate see someone was checking to see if you had left yet, and you didn't, so they shut themselves in again. No, Axiom, you're in the bathroom with the drones.
Got it. Understood.
So who's opening the door? And suddenly Patch sees as he's stress eating, Lashunta has opened the door and found him.
Who are you? Why are you here?
Yeah, we're looking for a Skittermander.
One works with us. What do you need?
Well, we would like to find something out about,
Mhm.
a foal that might be stolen.
Hmm. You accuse us of stealing things from you.
Not you. Absolutely not you. I think this Skittermander might, play tricks on many of us.
I do not understand a lot of what that one does. This technology very new.
I completely agree with you there. Technology is one hell of a weird thing. Are you with Stella often?
I've seen her a few times.
This might be a weird question, but has she ever been in the same room as Deirdrick?
I do not know. Deirdrick hired me. Bodyguard.
I respect that.
Your living is very confusing to me.
I have not known it in any different way, so I'm sure there are some weird things about it.
She says you experiment on stag bear. This true?
Not to my knowledge. And Harry will turn to Kuzan and Slade and ask, did Reach ever inform us about any of that?
No, I mean, we got some information on studies of them, not like experiments. Just, oh, they're moving this way, they're doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Studies.
So, Slate, the more you look at this guy, the more you think that head would look really good mounted on, like, a vehicle or a starship.
She says you give research to Xenowarden. You the reason why I awaken.
I mean, that's what the Xenowardens do sometimes. They're an odd bunch. I prefer working with the Starfinders, but, well, the Xenowardens are our neighbors too.
My tuber lands. The ones you put your machines on. Ancestral home to Stagbear. You push us away. We wander towards Xenowarden. We get kidnapped. Experimented on. Transformed. This is your fault for pushing us from our land.
I mean,
Experimented on by who?
the Xenowardens.
Druids trapped us, put us in pin, performed rituals, said they were helping. They say, uplifting good. They experiment on me. Ask me questions. I escape. I come back to land with tubers. My herd is sparse. I try to rejoin. I am rejected. Deirdre, she found me. She offered me job. Now I protect.
I'm terribly sorry this happened with the Xenowardens, and we will absolutely bring it up with them that uplifting people without their consent is it's a impolite thing to do, at the very least.
So, like Diedrich say, you are violent. You come to kill me.
What? No.
No, we were. You know what? There's another door which the Skidamander might hide behind us. Might hide behind. So I'll let you do you, if that's okay.
Well, okay. Well, I'm hungry, so...
Yeah. Slate, you see some awesome chips in the corner that the bear missed over here. Maybe Slate would like to go over here for 5 seconds. Yeah, they're the really good sour cream and onion chips. Haria, you want to open that door now?
Why not?
Wait, I'm sorry, this is the only way I can do it, feeling organic. Haria, you see the Shirin, armed to the teeth, in a room that looks like... Oh, go ahead.
I will raise both hands and say, sorry, just checking for Skidamander.
What Skittermander?
Stella, probably, if it's really her. Is she
Not
here? Or...
here.
Okay, cool. Why are you armed to your teeth?
It's what I'm hired for.
To point a gun at this room.
You opened the door suddenly.
Yeah, you
Why
didn't
else
knock,
would I
Arya.
Point a gun.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't think anybody would be in here, honestly.
Well, now you know.
Okay. Have a
What are you
nice-
looking for this Skittermander for?
I suspect they have a phone of Deirdrick, and it doesn't belong to them. So we wish to double check that. And they ran here, obviously.
And if it were someone looking to implicate us, wouldn't this be the best place to run to?
Obviously. Do you want to help?
Not. Perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not willing to put anything you didn't do upon any of you, but, you know, checking rooms and stuff. You soldiery types, you know what it is, right? Should I close the door, or do you want to?
Leave it.
Okay, sure. What the fuck?
Arya, a lesson learned. You should really knock on doors before you open them.
This is a fucking warehouse!
It is, but like I said, there is evidence of several people living here.
Yeah.
Kuzan, look over here at the shelves. Oh my god, it has one of those things. I'm not even trying anymore.
Well, I got you. I think Kuzan at this point
wait,
is so
that's not
frustrated with the I think Kuzan is so frustrated with the wandering around and not finding anything. He just starts like throwing random things.
Yeah.
Surely
The
there's
ADHD
something
kicks
under
in.
this pile or this pile.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I'm going to fix this, and then this man appears, coming in without his token border because he's very rude. There we go. I fixed the token border.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I had to reload it after you did something. It's my fault. So this blind man shows up.
Do we need to rezone this to a residential district? Hey,
I don't know. You're telling me you're crashing my place here.
I'm not crashing your place. We're looking for Stella Delight. She ran here, and I'm not sure. Either she jumped in the toilet or she's still hiding here somewhere.
Did you find her?
Obviously not yet.
Tragic.
Yeah. Have you ever seen? No, that's not a
Sure.
good question.
Sure I have.
So you have perceived Stella Delight and Deirdrick in the same room together?
This woman comes in and starts dropping off food. Here you go, guys.
Thank you very much. You have been very kind to us.
And she waves goodbye.
Nice woman you have. Very
Yeah,
caring.
she's great.
Brings food to us, knowing we stay here.
Yeah. On that topic, it's a little bit run down.
Roof
Good point.
overhead is fine.
We have better roofs and some more walls and doors that are not as open as this warehouse.
Deirdrick say this good accommodation.
Excuse me, what?
She says good accommodation. I have plenty of food.
This
Sorry,
is...
dirt bikes.
I'm honestly stunned. This is near the bottom of what we have even for storage of stuff. We have way
What are you
better
trying
place.
to? What are you trying to say? Go ahead and spit it out.
Like move in anywhere. Maybe move in with where Weech was. Like, sure, there's some guy in a cell right there, but we could probably move him somewhere else.
And why do you think we need that exactly?
Look around. There's pipes in the ground that
There we go.
go.
Oh, he's a large flocka.
I just wanted to make him regular size again. For some reason, it screwed him up. He's not little.
There are pipes that go into nowhere over there. There's holes in the ground. There's industrial waste over in this corner.
Industrial waste is sort of the decor.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hardcore, but there's way better living conditions around.
Will you provide better?
Axiom? We can probably move the cultists somewhere else, right?
Of course, I can.
Yeah, like, this starts at unsanitary and goes to dangerous.
This living environment is not suitable. It's rather dangerous, and I feel like if we continue to let people live here, we might be opening up potential sickness to spread. I mean no offense to all of you, but this is not good.
Yeah, that's...
Well, the way I hear it, we get your offices when all this is done, so...
Is that what she promised you?
Burner phone in the toilet.
Okay.
It was on the table.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to coup an entire government, essentially, to get a good living accommodation here.
What is the ring that she kept using?
Why's that important?
Because she was clearly trying to do some manipulation. When we brought it up to Joy, they said it was classified. We know it is something magical. Would you care to share with us what that might be?
Do I care? No.
He never told us anything. Protect. That is what I am hired to do.
Yeah. I mean, you go ahead with that, but please let us move you into... We have a laboratory of a zoologist who has moved a little bit further out of town, and the conditions there are way better than here.
Patch, you recognize the word zoologist. That's something that the Xenodruid said.
No zoologist. The bed. The
He's not there
experimental
anymore.
pitch.
He's
They're
not
not
there.
there
It's now an empty building.
Yeah.
This empty building, what do you mean?
A nicer one.
Patch.
I don't know,
looks,
they all seem the same to
over-
me.
Over to the room and looks at the massive pile of food.
That's pretty good for me.
You can bring it with you.
I think it could be a little bit closer to the Wolves.
Gotta say, you all seem pretty desperate to be slumming it around here if this place is really that bad.
Like I said, we were looking for Starlight, who
Ah, I
either
have
Also,
type
the
of
new building
people-
has a functioning toilet.
I have a problem.
And Axiom pulls out a dripping wet phone or data pad.
Seems as though she tried to flush the phone down the toilet. If she didn't escape, she definitely tried to dispose of the evidence.
if we ever build a waste management system, it needs to accommodate for people flushing the data pads. What the fuck is this?
So as you're all having this very elaborate conversation and whatnot, looking at one another, these doors slam shut, and a lock is heard.
Kuzan's
Really?
ears just kind of go. Not Kuzan. Gar's ears just kind of go straight up. He doesn't move. Did he hear any person outside?
Oh, you do have precise hearing, don't you?
Oh, no, I have
Yes.
echolocation.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. You heard a familiar set of footsteps. Someone small close and lock the door.
Does this happen often?
Well, thanks to all of you, this just got complicated.
You know by the way that they carried themselves, Gar, that they were indeed female.
I believe a woman just locked us all in here. So now we have all the time in the world for conversation. Congratulations.
Slate shoulders his plasma cannon. Really?
Yep.
You think that's gonna keep us in?
Mm-hmm.
Draken. Well, that's the wrong voice for that character.
It's gonna get confusing now.
Speak with Russian accent and then go back to Axiom. I'm gonna do Axiom with a Russian accent. It's gonna sound very wrong.
Yeah.
Cybernetics.
Dragon can try and bust through the ceiling.
Just gonna stand on top of this shipping container and try like bash a hole through the corrugated steel roof.
AC is 10.
I think he can manage that.
Okay.
Here we go. Crit.
Cannot crit an
Structure's
object.
not- I know,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
but yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me the damage roll. The hardness is 18.
Okay. I'm not gonna roll any damage. It's okay.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna bother rolling.
Someone knew what they were doing when they let you here.
All right. I will be back in just 1 sec. I have to use the restroom.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you guys want a 10-minute break? We'll take a 10-minute break.
I just need like 30
Sure.
seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Take 5 or 10. That's fine.
They're 5.
All
Yeah,
right,
that's fine.
I'll be back in
Yep.
2 minutes.
You're right. Oh, okay. Why are we haggling? Why?
Sold.
All right. Yes.
Right.
I hear all the bathroom sounds. Mhm.
One thing I might need to take care of after today's session is probably the items of the Brainiac, because I didn't have time for that, and also I didn't know how much starting money was appropriate for
That's
that one.
That's okay. You're gonna have all the starting money because you were the only one not to get locked up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's second level starting money. You're fine.
Okay, cool.
Once they come back, we'll discuss the ramifications of what's going to happen, because I think at this time, with you all occupied, we're going to see whether or not Brainiac is going to push the button when Diedrich tells him to.
What is second level starting money?
Oh, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Hang on a
I
sec.
think it's 30.
So that's 300 credits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
300
have the
credits.
I have the drone in the sky, the little surveillance drone. Did it capture her closing it?
It captured a shadowy figure
Okay.
because something is interfering with the camera.
Okay. From my data pad, I'm just going to have it follow the noise that Gar sensed and, control it from here.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Slade, I'd say we should blast the door. And you're looking like an awesome expert at that.
Ballistics.
Hey, this is our home.
No hesitation.
Locked in. We can get you a new door.
No hesitation. Okay, yeah. Let's see the damage roll. So it is having an effect. And you feel as though if you keep it up for about an hour, you could probably get down through the door, because your, the unwieldiness of this weapon is similar to that of heavy artillery. So it will eventually get through. The battery might deplete before then.
I mean, I can recharge the battery as well.
Exactly.
Axiom is going to, on the datapad, send 2-core a message and then lock down all systems that he can.
Okay. 2-core responds and says, I'm on it, Administrator.
We have been locked in here, 2-core. Something is afoot. Keep everything locked down. Deirdrick is planning something.
I'll get my people on it right away. Should I come to your location?
Not you. You follow any leads. I have a drone following a shadow, we figure, and I'm going to, patch him through to the feed. Find this woman with your men. Top priority.
I understand.
Are there any, skylights in the roof?
Skylights, you say? Let's take a look. I see 3 air conditioner units and 3 funnels from the bathrooms for ventilation. AC Unit 1, AC Unit 2, AC Unit 3. The vents themselves are above the toilets and the shower room.
Yeah, let's take a look at these. Do they look like, with a little bit of trickery, they could fit a medium-sized person?
They look like, with a little bit of trickery, they fit a small-sized person, and you find rat fur in one of the funnels.
I'm not going to say it.
How long is it between where we are inside and then the outside through the vent?
About 20 feet?
Draken can fly. He could bring anyone up to it, and if you can disable it, that would be useful. Although, give me a moment. Draken go up to the unit,
And I'm going to use engineering lore to try and take it apart. Is
Okay.
that appropriate?
That is appropriate, yes. All this time, Slate is continuing to blast down the door and recharge his battery every minute.
Yeah, we're going to try and take apart the AC unit to get us out of here.
Alright, so you get your tools out and you start taking apart the AC unit. That's going to take a while. At least an hour. What are the rest of you doing?
So, Steve can turn into a construct of small or medium size.
Ooh, he can get out then.
Hey, so if I turn into a construct that flies, I can then fly as that, yes?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so I don't have a good listing of what constructs there are for 2E.
Make it up.
1E, it's I looked up 1E once. Observer class security robot. It's small, it flies.
Perfect.
Pretty close to the drones that I have, I'd imagine.
There you are.
That's not small. He's
I-
huge.
I'm sorry, but the token, the token in version 13. I'm sorry.
It's all your fault.
I tried. Sort of small. Hang on. More.
It's now a rectangular token? That's weird. There you go.
So Utranius Steve goes up through the filter. He gets outside. Okay. Hang on.
Changes back to the Sheeran form.
Okay, let me get your Sheeran form then. Hang on. Steve, come on. Come along, Steve. There you go. You're outside now. Yay! You see the
And
lock.
will, come in to the rest of his group to have the dwarf stop blasting the door so he can unlock it.
Okay.
thieves say no more fire. Steve outside.
What? Okay.
Harriet gets off the phone with Namil, where she was just about to inquire about if there are any explosives in large amounts anywhere in the colony that he might have thrown in the trash. You know,
And then
rotational
can-
PS stuff.
You're gonna require a thievery check for me to undo the lock?
Absolutely, yes. The DC is going to be 16.
Can I actually try to help him from this side?
I need to know how you are helping him from this side with the lock out there.
Oh, the whole lock is on the outside. Okay.
Yes, it's like she slapped a little like combo lock or master lock on the outside where it latches.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
that's why the DC is only 16.
Yes, because it's a master lock. Anyone can pick a master lock. Steve could probably just shoot the master lock and it would break.
Yeah, he'll just do that. He'll just use the laser pistol and shoot it.
I'm not even going to require a check for that. It's off. The door is gone. It's at this time you hear on all your communicators. Listen to me, people of the colony. Listen, people of Zenadale. This is what your administrators didn't want you to see and hear.
Oh, you fucking idiot.
She's going to get everyone killed.
In
Lovely.
every communicator, every household, the communication array lights up from your location. You can see it like a beacon shoot up with light to the sky.
So, what was it? Patch, Gar, Steve, your boss is a fucking idiot.
Oh, I clocked that from the beginning. For what it's worth, I already knew that you weren't liars.
Well, I would say prepare yourself, for we are either going to be attacked by a bunch of undead, or she just summoned an armada of sycophants to our planet. Either way, I'm not
Hurry up.
good.
Do you think we could counteract this broadcast by broadcasting that kid?
Either that or
From
she
all
might
the crazy
be the
crap
vessel.
you said about her. I mean,
It's she's too young to be controlled in any way that's effective.
It's like a snake bite. Her psychic resonance could overwhelm people and cause some damage, but it could interfere if you think she's as powerful as she is.
I mean, if she's that powerful, you could probably just play a video of her like being cute, playing with toys, and it would help.
I'll allow it.
You know, like a psychic cat video.
We should probably check with her if she has become the vessel of it all.
Yep. So she's fine. How are you doing this? I want to know.
Axiom just connects some little like brainwave sticker thingies like they do for an EKG machine
Yep.
on the child's head,
Yep.
and he has it connected to the data pad.
Mm-hmm.
I want
How are
you to think of everything you want the colonists to do for you.
I want
Think of it.
cookies.
Think very hard. You want everyone to make cookies for you. Bring
Everyone.
them here.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes.
No, yes, okay, I said it. Everyone will bring cookies. God damn it.
And the signal begins to interrupt. You see the light from the sky flicker out, and then all of a sudden, in everyone's communicator, the zirconin is replaced by, I want cookies. Make me cookies. Everyone come to me and make cookies. And then you see suddenly in the street, carrying a bag of Chips Ahoy, coming to the Willowwind house, is Smith 11. Me, with Chips Ahoy in her hand, as random people start coming into the street with cookies.
Arya, you may be correct, by the way.
Axiom, I have no idea what you are doing there. I think you're insane. Let me check if she's alright.
Yep.
And
Yep.
gently a little bit of detect thoughts and see if the little one's alright.
Yep.
I picture the child behaving like Gurr from Invader Zim demanding cookies.
If you show her art, she has this adorable little frog
Yeah.
that she walks around with. It is
Yeah.
There
His
you
mind
go.
was the first to fall before my power.
That's just a frog. I
Yes.
don't even think that's a stuffed animal. That's just a frog.
Yeah,
Yep.
she carries around a frog. Yes.
Yep. So yeah, you cancel out the Zirconin, but it did get off in the communications array, but it did not affect the people of your colony. Well done.
Everyone subconsciously is just going to continue to bring cookies.
Cookies. I command it.
We need to
Hello.
apologize to her parents. This is,
We're gonna have to make it Cookie Day holiday, aren't we?
Yep.
Yes.
So, unfortunately for you,
In future, gently asking is fine.
Celeria decides that you shall also share in the child's punishment. You shall eat every single one of these cookies and not go to bed until you do so.
Dad, I don't want to smoke any more
Wicked.
cigarettes. Okay.
You asked for these cookies, and you will eat every single one of them until they are gone and you learn your lesson.
Patch likes cookies.
Yes.
Yeah, Patch can have mine.
Nope. And she puts it right back in front of Gar. You did this, you eat them.
Look, lady, I don't know who you are. I didn't do anything.
She flicks your ear.
Ow!
Nice
Fine.
woman provides us with food. Only right we eat food provide.
We shall require sustenance with high sugar count.
Where have you been?
We have thought about things.
Are you going to take us up on the offer for the job? Do you now realize the danger that has been befallen upon us?
I don't know. It's not the first time I've worked for a crook before. However, kind of depends on what the numbers look like.
How
For
about
me,
We-
anyway.
We require an accommodation that is not a dump without an infosphere access port.
Like I said, Joy, the offer still stands. We even have a lab.
We are in favor of it, but we do not know what we as a group think of it.
As long as I get food, I am fine to go wherever.
I mean, the food situation might be solved at least for the next week by the amount of cookies.
What do you mean? We're not allowed to sleep until we eat them. As
I
Slate
think-
finds like an oil drum of milk.
The beard is just coated in cookie crumbs. But Axiom, you and the others are certain, Brainiac is certain as well, whatever that signal did to the communication array, it got out, and it reacted with something on this planet. Thankfully, the colonists are okay.
Can I send a long-range communication to the Starfinder Society from my datapad?
It's not long range, because it's on planet, and yes.
Okay.
All right.
Anyone have anything that they wish for me to add to send to the Starfinders?
Probably it's not us. It's some idiot who tries to do a revolution would suffice. Phrased a little bit more diplomatically, but yeah. I think that was the gist you wanted to send.
Communication relay sent out a signal from our settlement. A bad actor in our community who is wishing to usurp our position through deception and unknown means has decided to broadcast information pertaining to our previous discussions. We managed to stop it from affecting our colonists here, but I fear whatever she did will affect all the people on this planet. We will ensure further communication and research assistance with anything that is needed. I hope you are okay.
And I will hit send.
Okay. You get response from the Vesk. Someone you didn't even contact.
Hello.
The Technomancer lady is calling you again, and she says, like, what in the hell happened?
I will repeat the same exact message.
But we saw the light. We saw the light from our colony.
Yes, I'm going to take a guess the light came from our beacon.
That
The
is
giant pillar.
that is what our intelligence says it was coordinated from, yes. What have you done?
Yes. Nothing, and I will explain the entire Deirdre situation that we are currently dealing with and how she does not understand what she is messing with, and we are trying to stop her, but we had some interference by a new colony member, and he looks at Joy.
We have not been interfering with any send action, as we have not aided it.
You need to bear some responsibility in your actions. You are the one that provided her with this information. Don't play dumb.
Joy, you
Who
are
has
actually...
failed to protect their fucking data?
Oh, it's my fault that you hacked into my system. I am so sorry that your deviousness has caused...
And he just...
Security is paramount.
There's
So-
gonna be a definite rivalry between these two.
Absolutely.
So, Joy, you can prove it wasn't you. Diedrich is the one who hacked. She has the skills.
Who's on the
In any-
step back and let the brains fight?
In any case, Miss Vesk Lady, we will
Yes.
be willing to share all the information that we have. This is a planetary issue.
Ah. Do you require Directive 9?
I look at Kuzan.
That's up to you to decide, Kuzan. Do we need the assistance?
No, I think we can handle it for now, but, I mean, if the offer's on the table, maybe later.
We...
Go ahead.
Yeah, Directive 9 seems like a thing that won't go once it comes, to me, honestly.
Ooh, that's a good point. Do the Vesk leave once they conquer something?
I mean,
not
any
usually.
intelligence agency, once it comes, is here to stay.
Hmm.
They're
We
not
may-
that bad.
We may discuss embassies in each other's lands at a future date. Right now, we need to take care of the problem at hand, and we'll be in contact with more information. Gonna patch in Tukor. Have you found her?
We found their clothes, and he holds up Stellar Delight's clothes. I can't explain it, Administrator. It's like she was never there.
Well, there is certainly some trickery afoot.
It was almost... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was not important.
It's almost like we were chasing shadows the entire time.
What do you think the likelihood is that Deirdre is a member of this cult? Set off in motion this scream. Sent Balco to his death to orchestrate what is clearly a broadcasting of the same signal we tried to prevent.
I'd say that's a pretty elaborate scheme. I always thought of her as a kind old woman.
Yes.
We would not believe it if it streamed on streaming site of choice. Very unconvincing script. Bad writer.
But what if he ate her soul and turned her into a Pokemon? Would it be a good romance story then?
Oh, God damn it.
Romance is good. Rest is not believable.
Ah, well, I tried, guys.
We are romantic.
Brainiac, can you help me restore the files on Deirdre, please? With your assistance, I would be appreciative.
We have currently more important directive, bringing cookies.
He got the signal while the rest of you were safe.
See, this is what you get for thinking too much.
We have no place to acquire cookies from.
The cookies are in the infosphere. You agree to them while you browse the...
We are talking about chocolatey sustenance.
Understood.
But those cookie we can provide once infosphere is built. We are willing to discuss limited disclosure of files on select basis.
Okay, well, that's a fine start, but... we have cookies to eat.
So, what did you think of day one of the political scandal? You've got 2 more days to go. Is Diedrich is she a challenging opponent? You know, she's got some hacking skills you just found out about. Maybe she has more skills you don't know.
Axiom is going to ruin this woman's life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a confusing opponent at the very least.
Okay.
She's clearly an idiot or a cult member. Like, it's...
But at the same time, crafty enough to do the whole influencer scheme. And pretty well at that.
How about Slayton Kuzan? What do you think of your political opponent?
For Kuzan, it's not even about politics at this point.
Yeah.
He just endangered the lives of everybody in the colony. And
Again.
If Kuzan wasn't pissed before, it might be on site now. May the gods help that woman on day 2.
I can't. So is it going to be a direct conflict on day 2? I have to ask all 4 of you because I need to have her ready then.
I would make sure you have a stat block prepared.
Okay.
It might not hurt.
How about you, Slate? Are you still willing to do the political debate with this woman?
I mean, maybe play along for a minute or two, but he's more or less with Kuzan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I think somebody's going to have to be assigned to physically stop Kuzan from Kuzaning. It's
Perhaps this man.
Come here, little lizard. Let me hold you.
Aww. And during Pride Month, too. Well, guys, thank you very much for an awesome session. I did not expect things to go like this. I kind of thought that, maybe we would stick to doing just blatant roles and whatnot, but you guys are really good with the roleplay. I did not want to stop you.
So there's something to be said about, like, rolling, but the problem is like, what I absolutely fucking hate is you do this beautiful, like, role played out encounter and you roll a 2. You're like, fuck.
Yes. You mean like when you guys rolled 1s to see her fidgeting with the rings?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Before we end the session, I want to ask the, like, other B team characters.
What is the ring?
Nope, that's the patch. I gotta do the wrong voice. It's gonna get very confusing if they're at the same place at the same time.
What is the ring?
So, if you're willing to tell them, the first ring is a ring of detect thoughts, and the second ring is a ring of illusions.
okay. Garth's gonna spill all his secrets now.
Okay. Diedrich's real power isn't direct confrontation. It is very much manipulation from the background. She's very much a puppeteer. And she is an envoy.
Oh, we hate those.
Yep.
Did what lady do affect stag bears on planet?
Maybe.
I mean, there were some that were also afflicted with the undeath, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there
Diedrich make worse.
potentially, I can't prove it, but every time the signal comes, more undeath befalls creatures,
A very good
including
point.
the staggers.
Patch the side. I work with you now. I do not like harming Stag Bear. She made us fight, one that came to settlement. Very difficult.
So I already know 2 encounters I'll have ready.
Yeah, I think at this point, Joe Brainiac is reluctantly unhiding everything that was hidden from, at least from Draken. Because the other ones that were part of the deal, they seem to, they seem to have found a new employer, and
Oh my god, that is so perfect.
Mm,
Come here, little lizard.
oh dear God! Oh yes, I remember from Critical Role.
If that is the case, then
Is the file that we had in the office now available?
Yes, it is. And you find out that Diedrich really didn't clean up well, even though she got the better of you in the hacking and whatnot. You find some text files. It seems that she was banking on you two groups killing each other while you were locked in there. Like the problem would solve itself on both fronts.
It's like, yeah, I figured it was gonna come to that.
She manipulated. Not good. Just like Xeno Druid.
That's one hell of a sloppy chain of events you are trying to set up.
Well,
I
I think she just assumed that you were just charged in here and try to kill us all.
I mean, that would have been a better plan than this. Like, locking people in together makes them angry at first at the one who locks.
Yes, she's created a united front, and now has no one at her back.
Yeah, lucky for all of us, you guys are way too loud to be assassins.
Which one is saying that, Gar or Kuzan?
Sorry.
Okay, they have the same voice. So
I have no distinction yet.
That's okay. That's okay.
I just needed to know who was saying it. Then Axiom will make the file public as to what actually happened in there while redacting the image of the obelisk to show people what it was. And then wants to have Draken broadcast everything that happened this evening.
Okay.
Just so it's all on the table before tomorrow.
Yep. So people don't get much sleep this night. Not only has Diedrich made her move, but you have also made your move. And people are following things very closely now. People are getting heated. Things might start polarizing next time.
I can't decide if I want the tech billionaire or the zealous asshole. Oh my god.
What? Oh god, did you just describe what's happening in real life? It sounds like you did.
Maybe?
Oh god. Well, thank you very much, everyone. I'm sorry we ran over quite a bit today.
Oh, I like the long sessions. It is totally fine.
I did not know.
Yeah, it's alright.
Would anyone like anything else prepared for next time? I think a stag bear attack may be in your future, as well as a Diedrich battle. We'll see. We'll see.
See if she shows up for the debate tomorrow. We certainly will be ready, prepared, and waiting.
Oh, she'll be there. Trust me. She has no choice but to be there. She's called you out. If she isn't there, she forfeits immediately.
I hope Stellar Delight is also there.
A Stellar Delight may not be there because you have her clothes.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna use that as like presenting evidence and stuff tomorrow, or I'll give it to Haria and like provide the burner phone. See if I can fix the flushed burner phone tonight.
Yeah.
I will be fatigued if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But I will spend all night trying to fix the burner phone to get the data that was on it.
That's fine. You can easily do that.
Okay, yeah, I think that's it.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you very much for joining me today. The people in chat seem to really like it as well, and we do appreciate them. They were pretty on board for it. One person actually came up with a suggestion to break a master lock with another master lock.
Yes, I have seen that video.
Yeah. Cursing Jam suggested that one. Big Leo says the extraterrestrial equivalent of a wig snatch.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think this campaign has been good. We're definitely getting into some intrigue and finding out what is really going on here. And
yeah. Alton says that you can attempt to de-radicalize the cultists if you choose to do so. I agree with that.
I mean, Kuzan's already started with the one guy.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well. Maybe you should have him in the debate tomorrow. All right.
I mean, that was something Axiom already brought up, but I was unsure how that would come off. But now, in hindsight, with things that have happened, it might be something we do.
Alrighty, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let me know if there's anything else you need during the week, and please update Rodingle if you can in everything that's happened, because I think we had another one of those wild sessions where everything just goes all over the place and was fun.
Yeah. Do we need to do more colony stuff, or we're good because we're already at a year?
You're
Right.
good. You're good because you're already at a year. I'll let you know when we pass the threshold again. Congratulations very much on getting through the first year of paperwork, and thank you for keeping up with that.
Of course.
Alrighty, guys. Have a good one.